Hello everyone, this is Randy here, and we are looking at a slight problem here. Hopefully you guys can see that. That inside there is a bearing and it is cracked. This is goes to a corn burning furnace here. And I'm just going to set you guys up over here, so I'm going to try to take this thing off. Noticed last night it was getting cold in the house. Like, okay, wonder why. Well, that's why. Bearing on here broke. And unfortunately it doesn't work too good when the bearing's broke. So we're going to get this off here, see what we got to work with. Trouble is, this hopper here, it's chock full of corn at the moment, so this bottom piece here is an auger that augers it into the fire pot that's on the other side there. So yeah, once I get this off, we're probably going to be looking at a deluge of corn that's not going to quit. The trick with this is going to be to pull it out as fast as I can and then stuff that hole back up with a rag I got sitting here. That nut is really stuck on there. Oh yeah, there comes the cat to help out. And all I got here is just a paint tray sitting on the bottom. Hopefully that'll help catch the corn. Okay, one rag, hopefully it'll stuff in there as quick as I can once this thing starts coming out. If it'll come out, that is. Ah, just like that. That worked actually almost perfectly. Grab the camera here a minute. So yeah, it's just stubbed a rag in that chute there. That'll prevent the corn from coming out. As you can see, it didn't do too bad. Just started to fill up the paint tray there. So okay, let me bring this stuff inside and we'll take a closer look at it and see what we got. Okay, so I thought I'd just take you guys a quick minute here to show you guys what the inside of this thing looks like here. Hope you guys can see that. Come on, camera, focus. Oh, that's why. Zoomed in. Okay, let me zoom it out. There we go. I'm not sure why I was zoomed in. I must have bumped that. Yes, there's where the auger goes into the fire pot there. That simply just augers the corn into that pot there. And it's simply a water boiler up top. And that's how that heats the house. And that's that. Okay, now I'll take it inside and we'll show you guys what's going on there, hopefully. Okay, we got this thing inside finally. Taking a look at this. Looks like the bearing turns quite freely. This has happened a couple times before, and interestingly enough, it always breaks this outside piece here. Actually cracked it in 2 places on the bottom there, and broke out the piece here. And I did, so where did I set that out? Right here. There's the piece that goes inside of there, something like that, I believe. See, I'm not exactly sure how this works or why this always breaks here. Because this is actually the bearing here. Must be a lot of force on it or something. But anyway, we're going to see if we can get this thing off of here now. Interesting enough, that's not sure what that is. Yeah, first thing we got to get this gear off. So, set you guys up over here. Hopefully you guys will be able to see this okay. Yeah, hopefully that'll be good. Okay, so first off, we need an Allen key. And that would be a standard sized Allen key. Excellent. And a longer one of these would be a little more ideal, that is for sure. And there's one Allen key down here that holds it to the shaft, and another one that holds the key in here. Okay, and I'm also going to take out our official cotter pin in here. Oh, this thing actually looks like it's bent. Oh, okay, folks, you're gonna have to take a look at this. Hopefully, now this isn't actually, come on, camera focus. There we go. Now this isn't actually a cotter pin, obviously. This is a screw that we use in place of a cotter pin because the cotter pins keep breaking, but yeah, look at that, that's freaky. Go and make sure we don't lose the key in there. That would be ideal. Okay, now we got some more Allen keys from the looks of it. I'm going to grab a rag. Let's see, where do I have a rag? Oh, you guys are sitting on my rags. Okay, let me grab that one. Some of that grease off there so I can actually see what we're doing here. Smaller size Allen key, of course. be too convenient to make them the same size. No, it's smaller than that. Okay. Thought it was going to come off there. It slid a little bit, and it's like, nope. Let's see, maybe a little persuasion with a screwdriver. That is not a screwdriver. That's okay, let's see here. Actually, this one will go back on there. One would think it would since it came off there. Okay, maybe not. Okay, so for this, more persuasion. Maybe. And I'll give you guys a little hint when you use one of these things, puller, put a nut on it. Hopefully you guys can see that. That'll allow it to spin on there. I'm probably blocking the camera shot. Not much I can do about that. I do apologize, but these things are a pain in the butt to set up. Especially like this, sideways. There we go. And yeah, it's coming off nice and easy. I can just turn this by hand. Except I don't put gloves on because this is cold. And it's slipped off. Hopefully maybe that'll be enough to get it off. No, of course not. I'm gonna keep hammering it though. Oh, and there she went. So yeah, bearing seems to turn pretty good. I'm not detecting anything wrong with the bearing here. Yeah, just looking at this piece here. Let's see. Cracked right there. And then obviously the top piece is missing. And it always, I think we've had this happen 3 times now. It always cracks by the grease insert here. Always cracks there, and usually one other spot. Interestingly enough, this one actually blew a piece right out of it. And we'll just give that shaft a little cleaning up. So yeah, there's the auger. Stand back, hopefully, yeah. About there somewhere, you guys can probably see that. That's the auger that feeds it into the fire pot there. That'll stay on the back of the table. Okay, see if we can get this piece off here now. That's probably, what, another 9/16 some button. And I'm done with that, so I'll put that away. Yeah, so 9/16. There's one apiece. Oh, nice and greasy and nasty. Ugh. Now, I'm guessing that's a cast of some type, probably not going to weld real well. But that ain't going to keep me from trying. I might need another wrench for this one. Oh, no, I got it. Oh, now I'm going to need another wrench. Some dingwing hit the nut with a hammer. Can't believe that, folks. Look at that. Some dingwing hit it with a hammer. Oh, that bolt is actually bent. That's weird. I think it's time for a new bolt, that's for sure. Put all my hardware over here so I can hopefully find it back when I lose it. Got some miscellaneous hardware here sitting for my plow too, so. Yeah, it's been too stinking cold out to work, so I haven't been doing much out here lately. Clean that off. Okay, got that piece there. I'll take all these to the wire brush. Get all that grease and grime out of there. Yeah, there's that piece there. And if I can hold that. There's the rest of it, and then the bearing goes inside of it. Kind of a weird setup. I don't quite understand why they do it this way. Oh, there's actually a chip out of that one. Hopefully you guys can see that down in the bottom there. That's kind of weird. Yeah, very weird. Yeah, no, the main thing I'm concerned about here is if the bearing's okay, because if the bearing's not okay, there's no sense doing the work to fix this thing. But the bearing seems to turn smoothly, so I think what I'll do, I'll turn the camera off at this point. I'm going to clean some of this stuff up, wire brush it probably, and hopefully maybe we'll be back, maybe we'll do some welding. We'll see what it looks like. Okay folks, this is what I have so far. Actually, it's kind of warm yet. But I've kind of spot welded each side here. I actually just did it with a MIG weld, a regular wire weld. I was assuming this was cast, and I think it is, but it seems to weld, so I don't know what it's made out of, but it seemed to weld up okay. And all I did is I actually bolted it to the plate. This is the plate it goes on. Bolted it to that plate, and then I tack welded it while it's on there. It's just tack welded at the moment. This is nothing I don't think will hold it. Shot the other side there. That's where the grease zerk was. Well, I think I'm going to try to. I'm not sure if there's enough room for this, but I'm going to try to put a steel plate on this side of it, and hopefully that'll help hold it, because I think what happens is this bearing pushes up and out, and that's what's causing it to crack. So I'm going to trace this out, drill some holes, drill a big hole in the middle there for it. And hopefully I can weld all the way around to this steel plate. No, we're going to find out. Trouble is I'm going to have to get into these too. Into there with the Allen keys. Anyway, we'll be back in a little bit then, hopefully, once I've figured out what I'm going to do here. Okay, another update on the project here. I've got some holes drilled in this plate that line up with that there. That looks nice and perfect. Now I gotta drill a hole in the middle here for this bearing to fit through. And just joking from the size of it, I want to say 1 3/4 inch hole saw should do it, hopefully. So I will drill that, and we'll be back hopefully again with some more progress here. Little rapid tap there. Hopefully that'll help it drill good. Some safety glasses for me. cold out, so this stuff's good and thick. And I might need something to hold this too. Wondered about that. And some hearing protection as well, apparently. And there you go, one round hole. Okay folks, and we're back again. Been actually a little while since I recorded the last segment. I got it welded up there. Got the hole cut in it obviously. And actually, I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Did some grinding there because the problem is, turn that, you need to get to that little screw there, so I kind of ground a channel in there. Hopefully that'll work. I'm not entirely sure. We'll find out, I guess. Anyway, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to kind of trim up the steel a little bit, kind of lop it off, cut it up. Don't need a piece quite this big. And then hopefully it'll all go back together. So, kind of a nasty looking little weld job. I didn't get the greatest. But it should hold for what I'm looking to do with it anyway. Bearing still turns yet. I didn't want to do too much welding on it. That's one of the reasons it's a little bit crappy. I wanted to go pretty quick. I was trying to do it quick so I wouldn't heat up too much. Even the way it was, I think it heated up quite a bit. Anyway, I'm going to cut this up and hopefully start putting it back together. Okay folks, I've got it cut down. Cut the basically down to the shape of the bearing a little more. Ready to go back together, so yeah, let's get the process started, I guess. I can find all my bits and pieces here. Make sure I get this on the right way. Do that around like so. And I'm actually going to grease, put a little grease on this shaft here. Cold out. Even the grease gun don't want to work. Yeah. Yeah, I try to keep my hands clean if I can. Just a little bit of grease on there. I'm actually going to see if I can get some of the bearing there too. I obviously welded it, so I'm pretty sure some of that grease has come out. I'll have to say that bearing is actually turning very freely now, which I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it was actually quite stiff before, but now it's actually turning very freely. Okay, I believe that should be ready to go on at this point. Wrench would be where? Ah, there it is. Make sure I got those on enough so it'll slide on, and the other one is. Now, I rather suspected that would slide on with no problems. Apparently, that's not going to be the case. It is apparently going to be stubborn. There we go. Just need 2 hammers. And I think I showed you guys the cutout. I don't know, you guys maybe can't see that from that distance here. Hopefully you guys can, let me flip that around so I can see myself. The whole reason for the cutout there, so I can get into them little Allen skis, and there's one down there too. Tighten those up now. Oh, there you go, silly camera. I'm not sure it's actually vitally important those things are that tight anyway, because this whole thing's pushing out at it, so it's not like this thing's going to come out at all. I don't think that's a concern at all, actually. Now, pretty sure I'm going to need bigger bolts out because I've essentially added an extra 1/4 inch to it. Oh yeah, we're going to need some longer bolts. Let me see what I got here a minute. What I need is like some 2-inch ones. Looks like all I got is 1 inch and no, these are 2.5, I think. Yeah, that's way too long. I don't know if I put some washers on it, it might work. Yeah, let's go with the washer theory. Okay. Put a washer on this side too, actually. Okay, put the nuts on. And yes, I realize you guys probably actually can't see what I'm doing here. Oh, there we go, fine. That one did not want to start. I'm sure it didn't have anything to do with the fact that someone was knocking on the end of the bolt with a hammer. Okay, wrench there. Let's take the other one away. Yeah, I'd like to say, folks, I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. This thing did not turn that freely before. It turned smooth, but not freely. Now it's smooth, but it's, wow, is it free. Makes me wonder what happened to the grease inside there. That's probably not a good thing. And by the way, this isn't necessarily designed as a permanent fix, so for any of those you're wondering about that, this is probably going to be more of a temporary fix. Let's put it this way, it's going to stay fixed as long as it stays together. And hopefully by then we'll have another bearing we can actually put in it. A proper, good bearing. Okay. And I gotta remember how this goes on again. Turn it so the inside faces up. And I don't recall how far that needs to go on. Actually, I probably need to do is, it goes to the dry motor there. I'm probably going to have to leave that loose so I can then adjust it once it's down there so it's in line with the dry motor. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to tighten this up a little bit for now. No, not the right size? Okay. Okay, just snugged up. I am going to go put that on. I probably won't record that, folks. It's actually dark out there now, so yeah, I think we're ready to go back on. And we're going to find out if it works. So yeah, just a quick show you guys what it looks like here once it's all put back together. Little bolts, like I said, they're a little long, but should work. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this little video of repairing the bearing there on the auger shaft. Looks like it's running fairly straight. So yeah, thanks for watching, folks, and till the next project, I guess.